contest, Barbados and the Dominican Republic underway. Here move for Barbados with the dig, and now the Dominican Republic back away on the attack.
First point goes to Dominican Republic.
Starters. It's the serve here, the attack. Brown with the set over to the far side, the attack from Barbados. The other way by Costa Rica. Brown again will try for Applewhite. Back.
Early timeout for Barbados. Dominican Republic leads the match 4-0.
Ledesma. The attack finds the through the NORCECA website. Brown, with a set.
What a shot from Ashby going to the deep corner. Such a smart tip from Rodriguez. Big swing up the air.
It is drawn here with the serve. Jesus, another set from Rito. Get another chance here on the attack with Desmond. And
Barbados is called on the net, point for DR. Barbados called on the net once again. Back over. Another opportunity. Big box Barbados.
Ashby. Go with the set. Back off the box.
Leo goes off the hands.
Going on with this team. 12-8. Serve will be just barrel position. Brown for Barbados. Here look with the dig. Brown.
A swing from the captain.
Brown. close to 1 here as Gill put the serve into play. Attack.
Big swing for Leon.
With the attack. Gill with the set here, and Applewhite with the roll shot. Ledesma back the other way for the DR, and it will be another player on the net against Barbados. Yeah, many instances of players contacting the net, trying to block. This whole tournament has seen quite a few plays like the block error. On that last play, though, Kalen going long with the attack. 16-13 is the score here in favor of the Dominican Republic, dressed in white with red shorts. Barbados in navy blue. Garcia Arias with the serve. Brown with the set. Middle attack dug up by DR. Now the set pushed over the net by Ronald Rodriguez. On the far side, it's John with the spike, but it goes long and out of bounds. Garcia Arias. Standings. Overhand serve. Brown, one hand set, and the attack by Ashby, dug up by the Dominican Republic. Dig there by John, gets the ball back on the swing, and that is going to go into the net for 4 hits. Another point for the Dominican Republic, and Coach Stewart will call a timeout. The Dominican Republic head coach is Francisco Jose Larabores, assisted by Geraldo Antonio Tejada Moreta, and the second assistant is Louis David Tolentino. Barbados, as we mentioned earlier, John Stewart is the head coach, and Elwin Oxley is his assistant. And these two teams, and all the teams here, have been also supported by great staff as part of their national team programs, as well, of course, as the support staff that are working the tournament here specifically for this week here in Burnaby. Thank everyone who have been volunteers and others who've been working to put on this great event, and certainly Simon Fraser University, very grateful and happy to have been the host to these wonderful boys who will have a great future in volleyball and, of course, in other pursuits as well. We talked about Barbados earlier this week. Their players having to take their CXC exams while here in Burnaby. So we hope they've done well in those. 14-18 the score. Barbados on the serve on this play, and they will lose this point there as Ledesma gets the ball to drop. 14-19. Ronald Rodriguez will serve. Dominican Republic's number 2. Set up attack for John, and this time it is DR on the net. Jordan John for Barbados. Ledesma. And he will get the kill on that swing. The Dominican Republic holding a comfortable lead here, 20-15. Ledesma just goes long with that serve. Now Ashby for Barbados. Brito with the dumper, setter's dump. This time he'll have a conventional set for a middle attack from De Leon. And it looks like it caught one of the Barbados players, John, going down, and right away the entire Dominican team showing concern, and De Leon walking actually across the court and going to check in. Great show of sportsmanship. And Brown with the dump attempt, and it goes back on the block back on the Barbados side, and it will be a point for the Dominican Republic. De Leon. Gooding with the bump over. Brito, far side attack, and that ball is going to go down for a point off the blockers. 23-16, the Dominican Republic ahead. De Leon. Awkward bump there by Burkett, and Barbados will just have to send the ball over. De Jesus with the attack off of Burkett and Brown. And we have the Dominican Republic at set point 24-16 with De Leon at the line. Chance here to give his team the opening set. Brown on the attack from Gill. Second chance here, and he goes to the back line. Bump set by Ledesma, and it'll be a free ball over. Gooding, Brown, Gill again, and that time off the block. So there was a touch there at the net. The ball did go long, but there was a touch. And so Barbados will get the ball back on serve, down by 7. Serve from Brown, set by Brito. The middle attack by Garcia Arias will end the opening set with a score 25-17 in favor of the Dominican Republic. Off to a good start here in the 7th, 8th place game at the U19 NORCECA Continental Championships for boys here in Burnaby. You're watching live coverage on CBC Sports and on the Volleyball Canada YouTube channel. We are coming to you live from inside the West Gym at Simon Fraser University in Burnaby, British Columbia, Canada. We will come back after a short break with some first set statistics. So stay tuned as DR is up 1-0 on Barbados. we're back underway in set 2 between Barbados and the Dominican Republic. Brito of the Dominican Republic with the first serve and the first point going to his team with the attack off the blocks. In that opening set, Rodriguez and Ledesma leading the Dominican Republic, as well as Garcia. 6 points for Rodriguez, 5 for Ledesma and Garcia. Gill and Ashby leading the way for Barbados. Gill had 5 points and Ashby had 3, including 1 on a block. Tied at 1 early here as Barbados gets the side out, and John gets ready to serve. Brito to Ronald Rodriguez. Well, that one going off the blockers as well, out of bounds. De Jesus with the serve. Brown with the set to the near side, and it's going to be Gill, but bumped over. So Barbados will try again. Gill again off the 2 blockers at the net and rolling out of bounds. Barbados tying the set at 2 once again. And the Dominican Republic called for being out of rotation on the serve receive. Barbados with the lead early. Burkett with the service delivery. The big swing from Rodriguez goes off the block of Greenidge and Ashby. So we are tied at 3. Ball in play, Brown to Gill, and he overshoots the court. Dominican Republic now up 4-3. Swing off the blocks, and it will be a point for Barbados. Greenidge over on the far side. Brito over to the near side. Ledesma saw 2 blockers, but no problem for him. Ashby and Brown were in front of him, but able to get the ball off their hands. Well, that ball landing just in for the ace, Ronald Rodriguez, making it 6-4 for the Dominican Republic. He's going to try again that time. Long and wide, and nearly getting some of the Barbados bench players standing in the corner. Big toss by Greenidge. Brito set towards the net, just tipped over by De Leon. John with the attack. Ledesma with the set. Big block there on the net, but it will go out of bounds. Point to Barbados. In yesterday's action, in the classification round, we saw PR defeating Barbados 3-0 and Panama winning 3-1 over the Dominican Republic. Ledesma's attack is long, Apologize, the official in the tower actually pointed towards DR, so was hesitant there to call the point. The ball actually was long and actually hit Barbados coach John Stewart in the shin. So Barbados with some momentum here as they also get the ace. Greenidge with the serve. Ledesma with the attack off the blocks. Gooding, Brown, John off the blocks. Still on the Barbados side, just rolled over by Greenidge. Brito, middle attack from De Jesus. Brown to John again. Nice rally here as Ledesma will try for the DR. Gooding with the bump set and the attack long by Jordan John. So the Dominican Republic will serve here, down by 1. Greenidge, Gooding, John, and he rolls that ball past the back line. We're tied at 8. Second set, Dominican Republic won the first. John, Brown, back to John for Barbados, and he gets that ball down in front of the libero Ramirez. 9-8 for Barbados. Ashby for Barbados, and he almost tripped entering the court there on the serve. Brown for Barbados. John, roll shot, tipped over the 2 blockers, and it will fall for another point. 10-8. Barbados in front. Ashby at the line. Standing just in front of the government of British Columbia sponsors sign, and his ball will drop in. An ace for Barbados, and timeout on the way for the Dominican Republic as it finds itself down 11-8 to Barbados. An excellent start to this second set for Team Barbados. You're watching live coverage of the NORCECA U19 Boys Continental Championships. These two teams playing for 7th place here at this tournament. Proudly hosted by Simon Fraser University and its athletics department and facilities. The West Gym, home of the Red Leafs NCAA program, the only NCAA team in Canada. The fans locally have been getting a rare chance to see international volleyball in person. And lots of fans have come out this week and enjoyed the great action and the great atmosphere brought by our visiting fans and, of course, our local Canadian spectators as that serve is rolled out. 11-9, Barbados still in front. De Leon looking to cut into this deficit further. Getting some encouragement from his teammates as he delivers. Brown up the middle. Burkett this time with the kill. So right away, Barbados gets the ball back. And once again up by 3 points, 12-9. Ball set for Garcia Arias, and he will get the touch at the back and will get the point for the Dominican Republic. 12-10 as the starting setter Brito will serve. Set for John. Now Brown will go to the other side for Gill, off the blocks again. Brown to Gill. This time he tips the ball over. And it's going to be Ronald Rodriguez with the swing. And the roll shot by Barbados. The attack goes long for the Dominican Republic. I think the players wanted a touch, but not convincing the officials there. And John will serve. Dominican Republic leaning back is De Jesus for the attack. And that time Rodriguez going into the block. Burkett and Gill providing the points there for Barbados, stopping the attack and then getting the ball back down in play. 14-10 for Barbados. Rodriguez goes off the blocks again, but this time he's able to get the kill. Free ball for Barbados. Brown, Burkett, down the middle again. 15-11 for Barbados. Burkett with the serve and the party ball. Ashby converts as the overbump leads to a Barbados point. And Barbados rolling here, 16-11 in front of the Dominican Republic. Lots of big smiles on the Barbados side. Burkett looking to continue this nice service run. Back set to the far sideline, and that time it will be a kill for Ronald Rodriguez. Garcia Arias for the Dominican Republic. Gooding, Brown, Ashby, Brito, Ledesma trying to push the ball into the blocks and called for the lift. The error gives the ball back to Barbados. Very quickly, it's Gill putting the ball into play. Ronald Rodriguez, cross-court kill, finding the corner. Rodriguez. That is going to be just out. Barbados all looking at the back line and hoping the ball was going to land just in the red, and that's what it did. 18-13 now, the gap between these two teams. Barbados in front. Greenidge taken by De Jesus. Set up to the far side. Rodriguez. Is there a touch? Yes, there is a touch. Ball sailing long, but there was indeed contact at the net by the Barbados blockers. 18-14, Dominican Republic trying to cut into this gap. Ledesma, Greenidge with the service receive, and now the attack from Ashby. Might have been just off balance as he made contact, and it goes past the end line. 3-point lead now for Barbados. Brown to the sideline. Cross-court attack by John, and that will drop in play. 19-15 as Ashby will go to the service line. Big block by Brown and Burkett on De Jesus. So the Dominican Republic has not been able to cut into this Barbados lead very much. And so the coaching staff has decided to call another timeout here. Score, Barbados 20, the Dominican Republic 15. All week we have seen some great coverage on NORCECA website, the NORCECA social media channels. We encourage you to go follow the Instagram and Twitter at NORCECA_info. And the website is norceca.info. The host is Canada this week, and for some of you, you are watching on the Volleyball Canada YouTube channel. Encourage you also to check out some of the photos and graphics via the Volleyball Canada Instagram and Facebook. On Twitter, it's VBall Canada. On Instagram and Facebook, it's Volleyball Canada are the handles. Brown for Barbados, setting up John. And a monster block for the Dominican Republic. Big point for the Dominican Republic coming out of this timeout. De Leon will serve an overbomb, but that's going to be an ace. So Gill bumping that ball out of bounds. It's 20-17, Barbados up by 3. Dominican Republic with 2 consecutive points since calling the timeout. De Leon, no hesitation there by Gill as he made a decision right at the last second to try to return that serve. And that was a tricky one because he also had a teammate beside him. And nonetheless, it will go down as an ace for the Dominican Republic. And now the separation is just 2 points. Barbados leading 20-18. Another timeout, this time by Barbados, representing their country this week. Very young team. As we talked about, I think, throughout the tournament, we've seen them compete with some pretty young players. Gill is the captain. He's born in February 2011. And Ashby, another 2011 kid who has seen lots of playing time this week. Set for the middle attack by Greenidge. Back the other way, it's the Dominican Republic converting on their opportunity. De Jesus makes it a 1-point set here. De Leon at the service line. Oh, that is going to be a tie set right now as he delivered a perfect serve into the corner just in front of the Barbados bench. And we are level at 20 points apiece. De Leon goes to that corner again. This time it is returned. John will get the kill as the Dominican Republic had a player on the net. So that breaks a 5-0 run by the Dominican Republic. They were down 20-15, called a timeout, and then scored 5 straight points. Barbados back in front by 1. Brown. And Brito to De Jesus. So he started the play with a serve receive and then got the ball back from his setter and knocked that ball down for the kill. Now tied at 21 points apiece. Brito. Gooding. The serve receive. And John with the Kill off the block. Bit of hesitation there on both sides as they awaited the call, but it will be Barbados in front, 22-21. John looking at him, delivering the serve. One hand set at the net, and DR will try again, this time on the sideline. It's going to be De Jesus getting the kill. De Jesus now on serve. John, Brown, Greenidge. Hitting the near sideline with that swing, and he puts his team up 23-22. Serve and play from Burkett. Brito, Ledesma off the blocks. Bumped by Greenidge. Gill with the attack. Now it's Ronald Rodriguez's turn, but he hits it into the net. And Barbados, despite giving up a 5-point lead earlier in this set, has been working its way back in front. 24-22 they lead. This is set point. Ronald Rodriguez with the swing. Now it's Barbados' turn. Turned back by the Dominican Republic. Another big swing from Rodriguez. Brito. Ledesma off of Brown. It goes back over. Ledesma again off the blocks, and it will be a point for the Dominican Republic. Big swings all over on that point.
Substitution for the Republic. Number 15, Rodriguez into serve.
So Alvaro Rodriguez, number 15, will come in to serve. Gooding, Brown. Big swing there from Pierre Gill, and he ends the set. Barbados wins 25-23. And for Barbados, that is the first set they have won in this tournament. Prior to this, they have lost 3-0 in their contest. So a big win there for this team as they take the second set by 2 points and tie this contest at 1 set apiece. We will come back to Burnaby and the West Gym at Simon Fraser University in just over a minute as we continue live coverage of the NORCECA U19 Boys Continental Championships here on CBC Sports and YouTube. Welcome back to the West Gym at Simon Fraser University in Burnaby, British Columbia, Canada. You're watching live coverage of the NORCECA U19 Boys Continental Championships. We are at the 7th, 8th place game between Barbados and the Dominican Republic, and we are tied at a set apiece. The Dominican Republic winning the first set 25-17, and Barbados coming back with a 25-23 triumph in set 2. Thank you for joining us on this broadcast. My name is Wilson Wong, and we are almost set for set number 3. The opening serve from Barbados, it's Ashby, and the opening point going to Barbados on that attack error from the Dominican Republic. Leading point getter for the Dominican Republic after 2 sets is Ronald Rodriguez with 14 points. John has 8 to lead Barbados after 2 sets. Also of note, De Leon has 3 points from blocks. Barbados up 2-0 early here as John will try for point number 3, and he gets it as he goes off the block at the net. Oh, Barbados continuing their good start and good play. Far side attack, and it's another big block. Burkett and Brown combining to stop the Dominican attack, and it is 4-0 for Barbados. After winning set 2, they're looking good to start set 3. Brito with the set, the bump set. Another block, yes, the play is stopped. And Brown and Burkett once again, and those two will force the Dominican Republic into an early timeout. 5-0 is the run to begin set 3 for Barbados. Back in play. Barbados looking to continue to run. Ashby will deliver the ace this time. But Barbados scoring in a variety of ways. That time on the serve, but they have also been big at the net. Gotten a couple of kills as well. 6-0 is the score. This time Ledesma with the serve receive. Dominican Republic's Ronald Rodriguez finally getting his team on the board. John will get credit for that kill. 7-1 Barbados. Brown will start this service run here for Barbados. Near side attack by De Jesus. Gooding with the bumps, for the set, pardon me. There he is again. Brown over to Gill, and he knocks the ball. Oh, they're going to say it is a Dominican Republic point as the Barbados contingent had someone on the net. Didn't quite see that, but the Barbados player is a bit surprised, I think, on that play. Gooding Brown. Gill with the attack. Brito. Ronald Rodriguez. Brown with the dig. That'll be sent over by Barbados. Ledesma. Gooding with the dig. Gill off the blocks. Another point for Barbados. 8-2, Barbados in front. Rodriguez into the blocks. It's Burkett and Greenidge this time. Barbados is fired up on their sideline as they just won the first set of the tournament and looking very strong here in set 3. John with the serve. De Jesus to Ledesma, rolling the ball to the back, and it will be just out. 10-2 for Barbados. Playing their best volleyball of this week. John. Brito close to the net. Rodriguez has to lean forward, try to get to the ball, and it will be out. 11-2 for Barbados. Ramirez, the libero, with a bump set. Rodriguez knocks the ball over. Gooding. Cross to Gill, but he hits into the block of Ledesma and Garcia Arias. (11-3) in favor of Barbados, the Dominican Republic. Serving Garcia Arias. Greenidge gets the kill again as that bump goes off one of the flags just above the court. Serve in play, Brito to the far side. Ledesma off the blocks, and it's bumped over to the Barbados side. Then a free ball sent over, and it goes out of bounds, but you see the Barbados head coach, John Stewart, very animated, wanting the call as the ball landed very close to the line in front of the scorer's table, but it will be point for the Dominican Republic. It's 12-4 in favor of Barbados. Ball tipped over, and this time over the blockers, the ball does land in play by the line. 13-4 for Barbados. Gill. And he finds the floor with the ace. And with a 10-point deficit, Dominican Republic is going to call a timeout here to try to stop this Barbados team. But an excellent run here to start the the third set after Barbados won the second set. We're watching the 8th place game between Barbados and the Dominican Republic, live on CBC Sports and on the Volleyball Canada YouTube channel. If you are watching locally, we encourage you to go buy tickets and come watch in person. There's still 3 more games coming up today here at the West Gym at Simon Fraser University. And you can go to Eventbrite, eventbrite.ca. Type in NORCECA in the search bar, and ticket link will show up. Brito to Ledesma for the Dominican Republic, and it looks like it is another attack error just off. So we've seen 2 or 3 of those plays for the Dominican Republic in the last little bit. Brito for Rodriguez off the blocks. So the leading point getter for the Dominican Republic adds to the stat count for his side. Ledesma. Brown Ashby trying the off-speed tip, but that goes into the net. Greenidge off the blocks, and it will be a point to Barbados. De Jesus and Ronald Rodriguez trying to get the block, but it goes off them as Greenidge now looking to add to his team's 10-point lead, 16-6 for Barbados off the top of the net. Ramirez with the serve receive and eventually hit over. And the setter's dumped by Barbados, gets another point, and Rico Brown with the smart play. But I believe, again, that was a call going the other way. So instead it will be 16-7, Dominican Republic down by 9. De Leon. Gooding with the serve receive. And now will be a free ball. In fact, two Dominican Republic players running into each other, and they can't get the ball over, and it will be 17-7 now the score as Franklin Durant enters the game in favor of Burkett. Ashby for Barbados as Garcia Francisco wearing 19 here into the game for Ledesma. The other number 19, Ashby, floats the serve just beyond the back line. Barbados still in very good position here in set 3, up by 9 points, 17-8. Brito. We're going to wait for the decision, but it is John with a textbook kill. Brown with the ace as Garcia Francisco could not handle the serve there. That one looked a bit deceptive because it was more of a, as you'll see, a standing serve. Brito. And a miscommunication there, mistiming as Garcia Arias could not get that contact, and it will be another point for Barbados, which is up 20-8. Brito to Rodriguez, he finds the floor. De Jesus. Brown. Quick set will be Durant with the kill, and his teammates are very happy for him as he gets on the score sheet. John serving in front of the NCAA logo here at the West Gym. Rodriguez with a big swing, and no chance there for Barbados. Garcia Arias will put the ball down, waiting to serve. And looks like they are ready, yes. The swing from Applewhite. Now it's going to be Rodriguez rolling the ball over Gooding, the set. Big swing there from Applewhite, and he knocks the ball down 22-10 for Barbados. Brito. De Leon with the attack. Now it'll be a ball bumped over the net. Free ball. Rodriguez finds room on that little tip over. Rodriguez. Green edge across, dug up by Ramirez, but it won't matter because it will be a point against Dominican Republic. They're called for being on the net. (23-11) Barbados, but they will go long on that serve, 23-12, but very comfortable in terms of their advantage so far. Two points away from taking set 3 as Garcia Francisco could not get that ball over the net on the serve, so it's 24-12, and Barbados on the verge of taking their second consecutive set after not winning a set in this tournament coming into this match. Kyle Greenidge. He will serve it into the net, so the win will have to be delayed at least another point. De Leon. Back at the sponsors' boards. Looks like he'll have a big run up here to serve. Gooding. Brown. John, yes. Barbados takes set 3. And Barbados up now 2-1 on the Dominican Republic after losing the first set by a score of 25-17. They have rebounded very, very well here, dominating set 3. That set taking 17 minutes to play. So we are headed for set 4. Barbados looking to clinch the match if they can repeat their performance from the last couple of sets. We're going to take a short break here on CBC Sports and on the Volleyball Canada YouTube channel. You're watching live coverage of the NORCECA U19 Boys Continental Championships from Burnaby. Barbados and the Dominican Republic playing for 7th place here at the U19 NORCECA Boys Continental Championships. And Barbados up 2-1 after winning that last one 25-13. You're watching live coverage on CBC Sports and on the Volleyball Canada YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us. My name is Wilson Wong, and the man producing this broadcast and fixing any potential gremlins and production problems is Mike Parolini. We are underway in set 3. Barbados in navy blue to Dominican Republic in white. And the first attack from Barbados is going to be long. Dominican Republic getting the opening point. And now Dominican Republic with the second point is Brito on serve. See what the Dominican Republic can do to turn around the match here. Barbados showing some dominance in set 3. Brown to John off the blocks and then bumped over. Brito over to the far side. De Jesus turned away. Now it's going to be Rodriguez into the net. Brito over to Ronald Rodriguez, and he is blocked by Burkett and Gill. Brown with a serve. Brito set for De Jesus. De Jesus with a bump. Brito. Rodriguez, he goes wide. (3-2) in favor of Barbados. Dominican Republic had a good start, but Barbados able to respond as Brown delivers another serve. Rodriguez, this time saved by Gooding as the attack from John is bumped. Now back the other way, it's De Jesus getting the kill. Back set for John. Saved at the line by De Jesus, and now on the Dominican attack, it was Rodriguez. But when the ball got back over to the Barbados side, it is Gill getting the point for Barbados. John with the serve, and it's going to be a point for Barbados as the Dominican Republic called for being out of rotation on the receive. John with another serve. Ledesma with the return, getting the ball back on the set, and he will send that one way past the end line. Barbados now doubling up on the Dominican Republic, 6-3. And that serve just missing the far sideline, so the Dominican Republic getting the point on the error. Garcia Arias. Oh, he hits the top of the net. So the serve will return to Barbados. This time, Teon Burkett will deliver. The attack from Ronald Rodriguez goes off the block and the net, out of bounds. So a point for the Dominican Republic. Coming up next is Panama and Puerto Rico playing for 5th and 6th here in Burnaby. The attack from Gill off the blocks and then off his foot. And the point will go to Barbados as it was called a lift on the ball over the net. So frustrating result there for the Dominican Republic. Looked like they might have been on the advantageous side after Gill had to basically have the ball go off his foot over the net. And then now Rodriguez hits it right into the blocks, Ashby and Greenidge. So after a tough opening set, Barbados has really set the tone here and has looked very, very good. But on that play, the Dominican Republic taking out its frustration a little bit. There's De Leon with a huge kill to make it 9-6, his team down by 3. Ledesma, serve received by Gooding as the ball now set over. Brown in the middle, and nice touch there by Ashby. Serve on the way for Greenidge and Barbados, and the attack from the Dominican Republic goes into the blocks, but the ball lands on the Barbados side, so De Leon getting the point, and then now the ball to serve. His team down 10-7. Greenidge with the bump. Now set to John. Dug over, and it's John hitting into the block. And it's De Jesus with a huge play there for the Dominican Republic. De Leon. Gooding with the bump. Looks like Barbados will be out of system and it'll be bumped over. De Jesus. Brown. Bump set from Gooding, and a great roll shot there by John. And Barbados able to recover and get the point. Ashby with the serve. Brito over to the far side, and it's a nice kill there by De Jesus. Timing that ball to go over the blocks and down in front of the other defenders. 11-9, Dominican Republic trailing by 2. That's going to be a 1-point gap now as the ace comes for the Dominican Republic. Brito seeking to extend the run here. John with the attack, and he finds the floor. Brown with the serve, Brito with the set. Rodriguez off the block. Oh no, there is no touch there. He might have actually hit the net and then saw the ball roll out of bounds. 13-10 Barbados. Brown with another serve. Brito will find De Jesus this time, and he is able to get the kill. De Jesus with the serve. Set by Gill, now bumped over by John. Brito. Rodriguez with the attack. Barbados called for being on the net. De Jesus. Team down by 1 now. Greenidge with the bump and the attack coming from John. Ball rolled over, and it's going to be Brown with the dig. Brito now. Rodriguez, and he ties the match at 13 points apiece here in set 4. That will cause Barbados to call a timeout. This will give us a chance to to highlight some of the star players in this one. Ronald Rodriguez leading all players in this game with 22 points. John is the leader for Barbados with 15 points. Gill has 13. De Leon has 9, including 3 coming from blocks, and Brito also has 2 points on blocks. For Barbados, Ashby has 2 points on blocks. Back underway, Barbados looking to take the lead back, and they do, as it is a John kill. Goes off the blocks. John. Ramirez with the dig. And the kill off the blocks. Rodriguez again. Garcia Arias. The standing serve here taken by Greenidge. Brown, back set. It's going to be Gill getting the kill. DR on the net. 15-14 Barbados in front. Burkett putting the ball in play, and now the attack there from De Leon. DR again, Rodriguez off the blocks, so he will continue adding to his game-leading point total. Up to, I believe, 24 now, and he will get another chance to serve. Unfortunately for him, he hits it into the net. Barbados maintaining a slim lead now, 16-15. Brito, De Leon, Gooding, bump set to Greenidge, and he finishes the play. Gill for Barbados at the line. Very high toss, but it goes into the net. Gap stays close. 1 point between these two teams here in set 4. Barbados up 2-1. Kai White to come in for Barbados. Gill will head off. Pierre Gill. 12 points to lead Barbados against Puerto Rico yesterday. Greenidge off the blocks. De Leon and De Jesus there cutting him off at the pass. And the Dominican Republic has tied the match at 17 here in set 4. Ledesma with the serve. Brown with the bump set, and Kai White just has to knock the ball over on the attack. Back the other way, it's going to be De Jesus finding lots of room on the near side of the Barbados defense, and the Dominican Republic now leads 18-17. Ledesma. Oh, that ball is just out, and John with a big sigh of relief, likely, as he thought about making the return and then let the ball go. And it was the right decision. His team back on even terms with the Dominican Republic. Brito, back set, big hit by De Leon. 19-18 Dominican Republic. Garcia Arias back on the floor for the Dominican Republic. De Leon the serve. Gooding with the bump. And now Ashby with the attack. Ledesma. Nope, it's going to be Brito setting the ball over, and that kind of got everyone out of sorts there on the Dominican side, and Barbados was able to take advantage with the kill. Ashby with the serve. Rolled over by De Jesus. And then now John set up with the kill, and he makes no mistake. Barbados edging in front now, 20-19. Ramirez, Brito. And the ball off the blocks, out of bounds, kill by De Jesus. Teams have split the first 20 points, 40 points evenly. Brito with the serve. Now free ball from Barbados. Ramirez, Brito, Rodriguez. Saved by Barbados. Knocked over by Burkett. Brito with the set. Tipped over by Rodriguez. Gooding with the bump. John this time with the opportunity for the kill. The ball sent back over. Reset for Barbados. John again off the blocks. He hits the net, actually. And lead back on the side of the Dominican Republic. Timeout called by Barbados. You're watching live coverage of the NORCECA U19 Boys Continental Championships. We are here on the final day in Burnaby. It's been a great week of volleyball inside the West Gym here at Simon Fraser University. And it's been fun to see these boys play volleyball. It's been fun to interact with the fans. Some countries have had a small contingent of visitors, maybe 4, 5, 6. Others have brought lots and lots of people here to Burnaby, and it has been a great atmosphere inside the West Gym. We hope the boys have enjoyed their visit here. As John gets the kill for Barbados, we're tied again at 21. And so now Gill will come back into the game. White will head out. Brown with the serve. Brito with the set here. Rodriguez. You can't go wrong going to him. He puts his team back in the lead, 22-21. De Jesus. Greenidge with the serve return. Looks like that is Gill hitting it into the net, and the Dominican Republic now just 2 points away from taking set 4. De Jesus. Greenidge. Brown. Gill again, this time to the back of the court, and Ramirez could not handle it. He got 2 hands on the ball, but that was just too quick for him. 23-22. John with a serve. Ledesma with a return, and Rodriguez with a big kill off the blocks. 24-22, his team verge of sending this match to a 5th and deciding set. Alvaro Rodriguez coming in as a service substitution. Chance to send this to a 5th set. His ball just towards the end of the line. The swing is out, no touch at the net. Gill with the error. Dominican Republic with the 4th set, 25-22. Well, it actually looked like Barbados was in control early in the set. But the Dominican Republic able to come back and win it. And we are going to a 5th set here in Burnaby to start the final day of competition here at the NORCECA U19 Boys Continental Championships. Both teams now at their benches. We're going to take a short break and return for the decider here in Burnaby. Exciting way to start the final day of the NORCECA U19 Boys Continental Championships. A 5-set contest here between the Dominican Republic and Barbados. To start the 5th set, Barbados here with the ball. Gooding to the outside. Gill with the attack. Brito to De Jesus. First point to the Dominican Republic. And this 5th set will go to 15 points. Dominican Republic winning the 1st and 4th sets. As Gooding with the serve received, now pushed over to this near side, and Gill hits into the blocks. And the ball actually hit him on the rebound as well, and I think he's okay. And once again, the Dominican Republic players very quick to check on him to see if he's okay. 2-0 for the Dominican Republic. And now an ace for Brito, as John could not handle that serve. And so things are turning very quickly against Barbados. They will have to call a timeout early, down 3-0 in set 5. Both teams back on the floor. Barbados down by 3 points. Brown to Gill, and he gets Barbados on the board with a big swing. Ledesma with the serve return. Jesus with the swing. Ball bumped over. Brito. Jesus again. And it's going to be a point for Dominican Republic. Barbados called for being on the net. Greenidge with the swing. Rodriguez into the net, point for Barbados. Barbados down 4-2. Brito, Ledesma, tips off the block, and he will get the point. Looked like he might have been coming in a little bit off balance, but able to get that ball off the blocks to fall out of bounds. Garcia Arias with the serve. Ball set up for Ashby inside. Ledesma with the swing. Brown, the middle attack. Ledesma again for DR. Brown. Ashby again will continue on the play. Ball tipped over by Gill, and it's point for Barbados. Dominican Republic player on the net. The players will have to watch, being over the center line here. Rodriguez is strong with that attack. So Barbados with an early nervous start here in set 5. Back into things here, down by just 1. Gill will serve. Team down 5-4. Ledesma pushing the ball towards the back of the court. Greenidge off the blocks, and he's tied the set here at 5. And the ball actually stuck in the stool underneath the official. Timeout called by the Dominican Republic. We're level, 2 sets apiece, 5 points apiece between the Dominican Republic and Barbados. Winner will finish 7th, loser will finish 8th here at the NORCECA U19 Boys Continental Championships. And of course, lots of events going on around NORCECA in terms of volleyball. As we get set underway again out of the timeout. Rodriguez swings off the blocks, point for Dominican Republic. Next up on the NORCECA calendar is the U17 Girls Pan American Cup in Tegucigalpa, Honduras. That's next week. Greenidge gets the swing, and 2 Dominican players in line, but I think Brito ended up on the floor and couldn't get the ball back. Brito pushes the ball out to Ledesma, and the solo block attempt by Brown, just not enough to get the ball back over the net. 7-6 Dominican Republic. Inching closer to the finish line. Lots of volleyball left though. Ledesma. Ashby with the serve return, and now John with the swing. Ramirez with the bump. Brown to John again, and he hits into the double block. And the ball will drop on the Dominican side of the floor. 7-7. Ashby, Ledesma, Brito. And the ball is blocked on the De Jesus swing. (8-7) Barbados in front. Ashby. Brito. De Leon with the push over. John with the swing. Off the blocks. Ramirez with a bump, and the attack from De Jesus. De Leon with the bump. Gets the ball back from Brito, and it's blocked again. Burkett, this time at the net. A big play for Barbados. The last block, I believe, was Brown and Burkett. Barbados with 2 big points at the net here. 9-7 is its lead. Ashby continuing to serve. Ramirez, Brito. De Jesus is long. Barbados, in the blink of an eye here, up by 3 points. Ramirez again, Brito. De Jesus again, this time blocked out. So a point for the Dominican Republic. Barbados was there. Brown looking towards the sky after that point. The ball just not bouncing the right way for them. De Leon with the serve. Gill. Brown. John. De Jesus with the bump set. And Ledesma will knock the ball over. Brown for Barbados. John with the swing. Saved by the Dominican Republic. Brito with the attack there. Now Brown for Barbados again. John off the blocks. Pancake, dig, and the ball sent over. John again tips the ball into the net. It'll be 4 touches against Barbados. The exciting volleyball continues here inside the West Gym in Burnaby. Dominican Republic with a chance to tie this 5th set here. Down 10-9. De Leon with the serve. Gill. Serve reception, and now bumped over by Gooding. Brito. Big swing there by De Jesus. Now John off the bump set and able to get the kill. Barbados 11, Dominican Republic 9. Brito out to De Jesus. Gill with the swing. De Jesus again, and he does the same thing as the last play. This time, Dominican Republic getting the point. These boys are tired, but fighting through that tiredness for their teams. 11-10, Dominican Republic down by 1. Now down by 2 as Barbados gets the swing and the kill. John is going back to the service line. Jim quiets down for the play. Brito Rodriguez saved by Greenidge. Bump set by Gooding. Greenidge again down the line. Ramirez to Rodriguez off the blocks. Saved by John. Brito to Rodriguez again, this time the off-speed shot. Gooding with another bump set. Too close to the net maybe? Yes. Barbados called. There's not much room for error for these two teams now. De Jesus. The attack from Barbados. Gill with a big swing. Saved by the Dominican Republic. Free ball. One hand set for the Barbados team, and they'll get another chance here. And this time it does work as Burkett will finish the play. Brown doing some tough work at the net. Couple of times where he had to be very precise with his positioning. He was very close to the net. Kai White in to serve. Oh, and it's a huge mistake there by the Dominican Republic. Ace for White. Unfortunate play there for Ramirez trying to set the ball. Two-hand set, and unfortunately for him, just didn't get the right contact. So he and the rest of his teammates will try to regroup coming out of this timeout. His team down 14-11. And with players at this age group and younger, you are going to see times where they maybe don't make the play that they want to. Ball in play. Big swing from Rodriguez, and he keeps his team alive in this one. So a service substitution for the Dominican Republic. Alvaro Rodriguez in. Greenidge with the reception. Ashby with the swing. Ledesma will try, and this time he gets the kill off the blocks. 14-13. Barbados up by just one. Alvaro Rodriguez back to serve again. Ronald Rodriguez leads this game with 29 points. Oh, the ball goes out. And that is it. Barbados wins a thrilling matchup, 15-13 in the fifth set. The celebration is on for this Barbados team. They get their first win of this tournament. They will finish 7th. The Dominican Republic with a great match here. Unfortunately for them, they just fall short by 2 points, and they will place 8th here at the NORCECA U19 Boys Continental Championships in Burnaby. A great way to start the final day of play here inside the West Gym. We thank these two teams for putting on a great performance. The Dominican Republic and Barbados. Barbados winning 3-2 by scores of 17-25, 25-23, 25-13, 22-25, and 15-13. Of course, this is just the very start, really, of their volleyball journeys, so we hope for long and successful careers for all of these players in this wonderful sport. And we see the Barbados team now taking some of the flags from their friends and family and posing for a team photo, along with a lot of their fans, and also including a Mexico fan there as well. So this has been one of the great things about this tournament, fans interacting and seeing each other, as I'm sure they have seen previously at other tournaments. A couple of Mexico fans in that team photo. Congratulations to Barbados. Congratulations to the Dominican Republic. We hope they have enjoyed their time here in Burnaby and on the campus of Simon Fraser University. Before we go, some final individual stats for you. Ronald Rodriguez of the Dominican Republic leading all players with 29 points. For Barbados, Jordan John with 20 points. Pierre Gill with 18 and Greenidge with 10. Also for the Dominican Republic, De Jesus had 13 points, De Leon with 11, Ledesma with 10, and Brito had 3 points on blocks. On serves, I should say. Brown had 3 points on blocks for Barbados. With that, we are going to sign off for this match. Thank you very much for joining us. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage. If you are fans of volleyball, we want to remind you, of course, that there are 3 more matches coming up here inside the West Gym. Next one coming up is Puerto Rico versus Panama. We encourage you to take a break, go get a drink, and then come back for the next game here at SFU and inside the West Gym. But for now, thank you very much for joining us on this broadcast. I'm Wilson Wong, and we hope you have a good rest of the day if you are leaving us right now. Take care.